Man, I might even need to spark up a cigarette for this one. But I just want to tell you all a story about whenever I crossed the mob. And that's kind of a fucked up story. I don't even know if I want to tell it. But after I did all that, in hindsight, I feel like it was like I was trapped, and I knew the only way to defend myself would be like to run up and kick a beehive. I'm sorry, man. It's the most fucked up thing in the world. But anyways, I was going. And before I get started, I want to say there was a lot of extenuating circumstances to this shit, and it was a lot of misunderstandings, and really I didn't think about it. I didn't think about what I was doing. I didn't think about it at all. So anyways, it's just a bunch of shit building up on me for years, and this whole game, this psychological game they played with me, where they basically, that's another thing I got to go into in another video that's difficult for me to talk about, but is how this whole thing works. But the thing about it is that I was all the way over in New Mexico, and I heard somebody outside the window. This is the Mexican drug cartel. I called them the mob, but it's really the Mexican drug cartel. I heard it was some Hispanic people, and I heard them outside the window saying, she goes, I heard he was, I thought he was Spider-Man. That's what he said. And the way she said it maybe kind of made me feel like she was trying to talk him out of something, and didn't know what else to say, because it's like they tracked me all the way there to kill me, and there she is, a girl in the middle of all this crazy shit. But it might have been a condescending thing to me too, like, oh, I thought you were Spider-Man, and now you're in this fucking motel, and I know exactly where the fuck you are, And when it first happened and I knew I'd fucked up, I took my cell phone and dropped it under a bush. And anyways, the point of this story is, for several days on end, people tried to kill me and were unsuccessful. And there had already been one crazy-ass attempt on my life that I believe was an assassination attempt by the government. And I have gone through the whole story on my other channel. I'm not even going to post this to that channel because it's just kind of different subject matter. But I did want to go ahead and let you guys know that story. Anyways, so fuck, man, it was the craziest shit. They came out there. I went and hid behind the house because my palms were sweating, and I knew that something fucked up was in the air, because I've seen people right before they get killed and their palms start sweating and they turn pale, and I saw myself and I was like, man. And I sat there just hiding anxiety, and sat there, and I said a little prayer, and I felt just calm come over me, and something just calmly said, Tanner, why don't you go down and sit by the lake? And I didn't say it, it just was a feeling. And for whatever reason right there, I knew at that moment that I had to go and hide. And when I got behind the house, I had my gun pointed, and it was like I just knew. You know what I mean? It's like when I hit the fucking dirt, it's like I just fucking knew, man. And then I heard the window break, and it sounded like 2 glass panes breaking right down the middle from pressure. Like somebody had hit it right in the middle with a crowbar, but then there was no glass shattering, so they must have had suction cups attached to a device that swung the arms inward. Which makes me wonder, did they have actual plans on coming in there with full body armor and fucking putting a tranquilizer dart in my ass and fucking taking me off somewhere and fucking torturing my ass for days on end with some really weird, creepy ass shit. And so, I don't know, that's all in hindsight, but man, it was a fucked up series of fucking events, man. Serious. And, you know, I don't usually get fucked up about shit like that, but, you know, it's like, god damn, dude, it's like, I guess I gotta be prepared to fucking commit suicide, you know, if these motherfuckers come in here with some body armor on and shit. I'm not gonna take any chances, just say fuck it. Or at least, you know, shit, you have a tranquilizer dart on you and take me somewhere fucked up. I'd rather just be dead, to be perfectly honest with you, but I'd rather just, you know, be like Spider-Man and try to avoid that fucking shit and then live on to tell about it, and then possibly your ass is gonna fucking end up dead. And just like, you know, and I'm not talking to the mafia or nothing. I'm just talking to the fucking people that do the fucking government shit, you know, because, you know, I'm just happy to fucking have that shit go away. And the other thing is that as far as the fucking people that tried the fucking first shit on my fucking life, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I'm gonna fucking find out eventually. You can count on it being some painful ass shit, because I am sick